What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, Roblox has taken too long to start. I didn't expect that to happen. Where's the controller? Right there. Okay. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, we're playing some Roblox Woodmill Inc. And I'm going to be talking to you about something. It is about the development of the game. Where are we looking at it from, like, in a week's time, maybe in a month's time? Where could it be, I don't know, tomorrow? But to decide where it's going to be in a couple weeks' time to a month's time, we need to decide, well, we need to understand that the game is buggy and we need to go looking for information. You can't just play the game and not look for information. You need to look for this information. Otherwise, you're just going to be saying, hey, these typical developers are bad devs and stuff like that. Fix your games, shake my head, bad game for real, learn to code. Well, you do better at learning to code, okay? This game is better, in my opinion, better than at least, like, I don't know, 70% of all Roblox games. Yes, it may have bugs. Yes, it may have glitches. Yes, you may come across the odd hacker. But I can tell you now, this game, it's got a lot more. The developers are all together. There's a lot more content, or at least there will be a lot more content. We have the candle, we have the Youre Working. You have sneak peeks, real life in-game sneak peeks of what this game is eventually going to turn out like. Obviously, why is this not loading? This is really weird. Okay, but obviously, we have messages from the developers, and I'm aware some of you guys are too young to be joining Discords because Discord has an age range, and to be honest, I'm surprised you even found my channel because I thought it was over 18s only, to be honest. But yeah, so we have a couple messages about the developers. I have a message to you guys about myself, and it is nighttime, so let's load in our base and we can start talking in daytime so you can see something. I have been online, last online 11 hours ago, as you saw. It's not like I don't play the game, guys. 11 hours ago, it's currently 1 PM. It's because I usually wake up around 12, okay? I go to sleep around 5 AM, and then I wake up around 12, and then I go to work around 5 with that 4 or 5 hours worth to make a YouTube video or something. But I did this yesterday. I was going and collecting wood. The game is playable. It's not like you can't play it, okay? The game has been fixed in certain ways. I've just not done a update about it because there's no changelog. If there's no changelog, I'm not supposed to know what's happened. So there needs to be a changelog. My opinion, the devs aren't going to add it though, but there needs to be a changelog. So, starting off all the way back from September 10th, we would just like to say we are aware of all the issues that everyone has been having. It's been tough getting any work done with school. I apologize. Now, what would you do if I just, I don't know, took 2 days off, maybe 3 days to go to work? Would you guys think my channel's dead or what? No. But, yeah, so, like, I get it. I understand where the developers are at this, because if I don't upload YouTube videos, I get messages saying, hey, Tyler, are you okay? Are you in danger? Are you dead? No, I'm not dead. I'm still alive. I've just been busy working or something. Some of you guys don't understand, but that everyone else has a life, not just you. So, Hoofer has a life. He goes to school. He wants to make an education. Yes, this is a game on the sidelines. So far, we have no idea if this game is going to be as successful as we want it to be. We have no idea. So, it is not fair for Hoofer to quit his job and work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year on this game. He has other things to do. So, like, he needs to prioritize his life over the game life. Once the game is get that, and there's like, I don't know, over like 5,000 players, then I'm pretty sure Hoofer will probably change his lifestyle, and I'm sure a couple other developers would do that too. And they could probably start making an entire company about it and stuff like that. The possibilities are endless, guys, okay? The next message is from Luckfire. Dead game, dead game! No, it's not, guys. No, I'm just looking at it. At the darkness here. No, it's not, guys. It's not a dead game. Trust me. There's like at least 40 people playing each day non-stop. I've been watching. It's doing well. It's alright. It's 40 more players than my game. Can tell you now. And it's surprising that these 40 players are non-stop playing the game. Now, you see this? This right here, you can't see nothing, can you? That's going to be fixed. Continue watching to find out what I mean. Right, and then we got this super long message from Hoofer, and it says, in regards to the next update, we think that we are going to take a few updates to do other stuff rather than adding content, which should have been the priority anyway. But yeah, like it's been I don't know, let's say it's been a week since the last update, and we've been having issues for about a month. What I'm disappointed in slightly is the fact that the developers have been prioritizing features over bug fixes. What have I been saying this entire time? Do not release a game that is broken. Do not release a game that is buggy. Do not release the game that... Basically, if you want to see anything, just go back to when I started playing Woodmill. Just catch up. My videos were like 2 minutes long. Trust me, it'll take 5 minutes to go through them all. But you will see that I've said don't release the game if it's going to be buggy. Make sure you're prepared to release the game. Make sure you have your content ready, tested, and it works. Because if it doesn't work, what happens? And was I correct? I was correct. So basically, I know I'm sounding like I'm going on a rant and like a rampage and storming down the Woodmill community. No, I'm not. But I'm just saying that what I said before came true, and that yes, mobile release has probably been delayed. We're probably, if the developers had fixed these issues when they needed to be fixed, they still need to be fixed. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them have been fixed. Fair enough on them on that part. But mobile players have been wanting the game, and yeah, you just physically cannot play the game. Not even on PC, not on Xbox, so we shouldn't even release mobile, not for the next month. Fix the game, add a little bit more content for the players that already have the game, add mobile support onto beta as a priority. Don't add it into alpha at all if it's going to continue being this buggy. What I mean by that is, if you're going to continue glitching through the walls, wood glitching off your car, I'm pretty sure nobody will play your game anyway, and it's just better. It is better to restrict it to certain people than it is to let everyone play a broken game. If that makes sense to you guys, then congratulations, you understand me. If you don't, then feel free to message me on Discord or anything else, and I'll explain to you even more. But Hoofer says they want to be updating and fixing content. So we think it's important to firstly fix a lot of issues from small to large. It is best to go through them all before it becomes an even bigger problem. Yes, that is completely true, Hoofer. Yes, and as I believe you are the lead developer, you are taking a good stance of making sure you're telling the community what's going on. That is good. Always tell the community what is going on. Otherwise you will... And this is why I'm making YouTube videos about the Discord. If everyone had Discord, fair enough, I wouldn't talk about this. But not everyone has Discord. Not everyone has... I've played Lumber. I've spoken to people in Lumber like, hey, have you heard about Woodmill Inc? And they're like, no. I'm like, huh, have you heard of Hoofer or anything? And they're like, no. It's like no one's ever heard of anything. So this is a great opportunity. Whilst no one's heard of the game, I'm pretty sure they've heard of it, but the majority of people have not heard the game. The word is spreading fast, but with a broken game, people will join, they'll see it's broken, and they'll be like, oh, dead game, it don't work. Oh. Yeah, no, it don't work like that. The game needs to be fixed. Look at Lumber Tycoon. How long has it been since that ferry bug had to be fixed? Let's say I moved out of my parents in like, I don't know, 2 years ago. I think I've been having that issue with the ferry for about 2 years where it just doesn't want to go. It's like, so bugs will be fixed, and just because there's bugs doesn't mean it's the end of the game. Look at Lumber Tycoon. Hackers, bugs, very broken. Your car glitches when you get phantom wood. I can't even get phantom wood. So technically I could say Lumber Tycoon is a broken dead game. But no, it's not. You still get that 4,000 players playing every day, which you don't see with Woodmill Inc. at this very moment because it is in early alpha, it is brand new, it is buggy, and I'm pretty sure the Roblox analytics are not going to promote a game that is broken. And that's probably why Lumber's got all them thumbs down. It's probably back from when in alpha, when it's broken, you know? Right, moving on, is the development team feel that if there currently is a lot of content that feels rushed, yes. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. A lot of content feels rushed. Glad you've noticed that, okay? The tutorial wasn't needed. It was needed, but it wasn't needed. As in, what I mean by that is people don't know how to play the game, but enough people have played Lumber Tycoon to get an aspect or a feel, or they already know how to play the game, so adding a tutorial this early on is not needed. I recommend removing the tutorial entirely until we are in beta. Then, when you get the beta, just before beta releases, add the tutorial, make sure it works, add mobile phone testers, have 100 of them, depending on how big the game is, have 50 of them, even 20 will do. As long as you're testing mobile support, it will be fine. You will not get this issue again. Continuing on, we feel that it is as well as content that could be much better. We want good features, great features, and we want the best for everyone. Now again, I know I sound like I'm going on a rant and stuff, but I'm not. Trust me, it's just the way I talk. But trust me when I say this. The game, it's still early. The game's a baby. You look at your auntie's kid, for example. Would you look at that brand new kid and be like, that baby's not moving, it's just screaming and crying, it's broken, get rid of it? No, you would not. No, it's a long-term wait. You have to wait. It's like when you were a kid, you were screaming, you were a screaming baby that just wouldn't shut up, right? And now look at you. You're doing your own thing, you're working, you don't need help from other people. Woodmill Inc. is basically essentially like a baby. It's broken, it doesn't do much at the moment, it needs help, it needs priority. But let's say in a year's time, the game will be working on its own, not gonna need the developers as much fixing the game constantly 24/7. So technically, the longer Woodmill is out, the better it will be because the bugs get fixed. A lot of people don't know that about game development, and they need to. They really do need to. I want the game to be to the full potential. I want this to be something that thousands of people can enjoy. Me too. Me too. If this game gets to 1,000, like 1,000 average players, not like 50 that we see now, when you just check and scroll through, see Woodmill Inc. It's 50 players. No. You want something like Adopt Me or something, like something crazy. It's like, I don't even know how Adopt Me's got that many players, to be honest, but you know what, let's go into third person. Yeah. But yeah, the game is going to be fixed, trust me. Look at my base. Do you think I would have this much done on my base if the game is unplayable? No. I did this yesterday. I got all of this wood yesterday, got 109,000. It's crazy, right? This game is not broken. It is not dead. It is It is slightly broken, but it's not broken to the point where you can... Look, I'll show you. Put this piece of wood on the back of your truck, and... Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? I didn't have an issue where the wood is getting stuck. Oh, wait, maybe... No, I'm not really, to be honest. No, I'm not getting an issue where the wood hovers over the truck. Do you see that? It seems to have just been fixed, right? I'm not sure. I could be completely wrong. But I'm not having that issue at the moment. And now if we drive along, we shouldn't have these... Okay, so that is a bug, right? That's a bug. Trust me. That is a bug. I thought it had been fixed, but no. This is what the developers are referencing to. Bugs like this. And now, if you stacked your car completely... That's the first time I've had a bug whilst dealing with this, but it's probably because I only had 3 pieces of wood on there, and it's probably just going to slide off anyway. But, trust me, you can, it is possible to do stuff. You just have to find yourself a workaround. Play the game long enough, you find yourself a workaround until the game has been fixed by the developers. But think of this as a bright side. This is extra time for you to get your alpha axes. Think of it like that. Would you, if the game was to go into beta tomorrow, you'd all be crying. Don't say you won't be. You would all be crying, being like, I didn't get enough alpha axes. Well, I'm sorry, but you would have had time to get your stuff. The game's broken. It's not like you can't go round. Sorry, my Snapchat. It's not like you can't go round and get your lava wood. Like I said, I did this last night on PC, so PC is a better version. Like I've said before, everything is designed. May not have been in a Woodmill video, but I've said before. I've definitely said this before, whether it be on YouTube or someone else in person. Everything is designed for PC. Everything is designed for PC first, and then different devices as priority is needed. So whoever plays it the most, so you see we're having a lot of issues now, and yeah, so whoever plays it the most, so whether it be Xbox, whether it be mobile, whatever is easier will be top priority, because if it's easier to fix. If it's harder, which mobile support will be harder. It took Lumber Tycoon years and years and years to get mobile support, and we're looking at getting it within the same year of release, right? Wow, this is great work. Right, next message from Cluckfire says, thank you for everyone for your compliments. We appreciate everyone in the community. Thank you for all your continued support. I missed this message. I didn't see that one, but we have that message from Cluckfire. Luckfire, Cluckfire, Duckfire, one of them. Pentagon Fire, one of them. But, yeah, so there are people here that still like Woodmill. There are still people that will play the game, like I said, them average 40 players a day. If that's you, then congratulations, you're one of the best players. We have people like Mothman, which have a... Okay. So yeah, we also have these people that play averagely every day. We have that person in the very background over there by the tree. My eyesight is impeccable, man. Impeccable. Whatever you say it, however you say it, you know? Now, you could look at this as a... If you look at this as a... On a graph, right? Let's say the scale of 0 to 100 graph. Let's say Woodmill is currently at, I don't know, progress of, I don't know, 12%. It's done its alpha. Pre-alpha is all 100% completed. It's been released. We're not in pre-alpha anymore. So, 12%. We've got the new map. We've got a couple new features. Bamboo, tool lights. A lot of people don't know about the bamboo, but you can actually get bamboo. And yeah, so you can get bamboo, tool lights, different trees, a brand new map, may I mention. If you guys have been in pre-alpha, you would realize this map looked exactly like Lumber Tycoon. But this map looks so much better. It's 3 times bigger than the old map, 5 times bigger than the Lumber map. What's your problem? It's so good, right? Look at this. Look, what game has stalactites? I think they're stalactites. I'm there moving my hand, pointing at the TV now because I'm so into this video and stuff like that. But yeah. Moving on, we got another long message, but trust me, this is the last message. This video has been going on for a while, but it has to be made. And hiya everyone, sorry for the lack of updates and such recently. We've been super busy with life and other stuff. Trust me, I have been as well. I've been doing work till, it's like, if I went to sleep, if I slept properly, wouldn't be any time for YouTube videos, tell you now. But I make most of my YouTube videos either just before I go to work, upload them whilst I'm on my way to work, or I wait until late at night, past midnight, and then I make videos then and I upload it before 4 AM, go to sleep around 4 or 5 AM, and my life is hectic. So I only imagine what the developers' lives are like. They gotta be busier than me. They are working on a game. Maybe they have 2 games that they need to take care of. Maybe not. Maybe Luckfire has kids. Maybe they need to look after kids. Maybe Hoofer runs a train station and he needs to make sure he schedules all the trains properly. They could be doing anything. Code Primate could have its own literal shop in town or something. Who knows? But yeah, and Ryan as well. Like, they all have lives. Now, I know Code has a family and stuff like that, so he is not going to be developing the game as much. He's just there going to be playing it and testing it and just guiding the actual developers on what needs to be fixing and stuff like that. So he knows how to fix stuff, but he doesn't want to spoil the game for himself, really. And now let's move on with more of the message. Luckfire says, we have been super busy, blah 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 blah. Said about that. If you saw our previous announcement, you will know that what we're going to do, begin to refine a lot of the current stuff, as well as fix a load of bugs. Now, when you say refine, does that mean remove features? Because I don't want to see features removed. There's no features in here that are specifically causing bugs, such as, I have no idea if this is still in the game, but the walnut wood over there, I know it's a bad area, very bad design, but it's temporary. You know that, don't need to remove it. The shop is fine. I know you guys said about reworking the shop. This Wood We Are shop, it's fine. I like the Wood We Are shop, it is good. The box cars needs to change. Not yet, don't care about it yet. It's not a priority. Don't work on that. Don't work on the other cars. I mean, the land store, the box cars. Don't work on any shop. Just fix what is already in the game. So you did a good job fixing this tree chopping animation with this thing going flying off 7 miles that direction. It's not going to work. You can't play the game like that. And people noticed that when the pink trees came, because a lot of people were like, oh, I can't get the pink trees. Well, no, what do you expect? You're asking for pink trees whilst the game was broken. It's like, if you watched my previous videos, you'd see the game was broken. You guys are all trying to manipulate it, trying to make that player count go up as fast as you can, but it didn't work. It didn't work. It just ended up hurting you guys, your own mental state, as in like how much you can take from this game, because a lot of people have a certain threshold, right? Let's say mine is pretty high because I know a lot about game development. I don't know how to develop a game. I have no idea where to start, but I do know how long it takes, and it takes ages. Any development takes ages. Trust me. Trust me. Now, why am I saying all of this like I'm an actual game developer? I'm not a game developer, especially not for Roblox, but what I am is a map developer for Minecraft. Hi, dude. But I've created maps. Nyan, my Discord admin, TJC, my Discord moderator, both of them are moderators, by the way. They are both astonishing, thinking of ideas and stuff like that. But implementing ideas, fixing bugs with games and stuff like that is super hard. Now, I don't deal with Roblox code, but I deal with command blocks and stuff like that, having to put the 2 command blocks together, 2 separate lines of code following each other simultaneously, but you can put as much as you want inside of the command blocks, right? my world would have been based off of that. At the moment, Minecraft is currently broken completely. I can't use the command blocks whatsoever, or at least my world is so big, it broke the game again, and I'm not risking breaking the Xbox again, because this is how it went. My Xbox broke because of how good this game was, and how much coding was inside of the world. It's like, look at this world, imagine this was the Minecraft world, super flat, yeah? Super flat. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but everything you see here would be on a super flat world. So yeah, it'd be literally natural terrain like this, where you'd have flat land. It's basically like this, but Minecraft, right? So you got these walls, these hills and stuff like that. You got the flat land, grass, trees and stuff like that, bushes and other stuff. You're right, that's all great. But the other stuff, so you've got the map, but now you want to add the other stuff. In my case, it's games. In the developer's case, it's trees. It's other content features. It's new map areas. You've got the main area. Let's say compare this to my game, which is, this would be the main lobby. This main area up to about the bridge and up to the archways and up to the sand. That is the main area. Area 1 complete. That would be my lobby. That would be the area people spawn in. People, where the area most people actually hang out in, the most seen area of the game. And then you are allowed to leave the video if you wanted to. I'm just using analogies at this point. But then when you go off into the distance, that's where you start to see more complicated stuff, and that's where the bugs kick in. Because that newer stuff is the broken stuff. But because they're on the edge of the map, not many people are going to see it. So if we continue going on, they want to say about they do not have an ETA on how things are going to be, on how long things will take to be fixed. But I can tell you, next month will be a completely different month. September, let's look at it this way. September is not a good month for anything. September has never been a good month for anything, okay? October, now that's a different story. Halloween could give devs extra incentive to develop the game even harder. Now, how about the map? The map's fine. Yeah, it's the shell, lacking in personality, blah-de-blah-de-blah. It's great, okay? The map is fine. Like I've said earlier in the episode, it is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But what needs to change is the cars. Now, if it comes to it and you've got a model of a car, which is a better model, try it out. If it works, just add the better car into the game. Forget the other one. I think the one-seater car is fine. Never had an issue with the one-seater car, and every video I've done, they've not had an issue with one-seater car either. But two-seater cars seem to have an issue, and they want to add more cars into the future. Well, at least that's what I heard of. Now, that's not confirmed, but it's guaranteed anyway, because this is not going to be the best car in the game, considering the map sizes. But the reason why cars are having so many issues is because of the speed. Why are we having issues with cars? Well, the only reason I can put it down to, the only thing that changed with cars is the speed. Reduced speed, it's not... no point having it 3 times as fast as the ordinary car. Just have it, I don't know, 0.5 times as fast. And then add a new car. Add a bigger car because it's bigger maps. You need bigger trees. Work on bigger bases. But I don't think the base is... yeah. The bases are alright. Tutorial. That is the most buggiest thing in this game. Tutorial. You guys have done a great job removing some of the content. The tutorial is still buggy, trust me. I've met new players, showed them around, and they didn't realize that the tutorial is still going. There's no way to realize when you're into tutorial, so maybe add like a UI, an extra UI, just covering over the screen. Maybe you don't get to see your money until it pops up. Maybe you get a pop-up on everything. Maybe it needs to have a little challenge bar in the top left-hand corner where instead of where it says your money for a second time, right? Maybe that could be an objective when you first join the game. God knows. I have no idea. Okay, what about the UI? I was just talking about this. they're actually going to be changing the UI as well. They're going to be adding new stuff. They're going to be reworking it. I'm not going to be showing an image because it is not for this video. I'll make another video about it, but that won't be today. I have work. And when I have work is in 3 hours time. So, yeah, this might be the only video today. But all of this and mobile release, what did I say earlier in the video? What did I say? Mobile support is still in the works. This is what they're saying, by the way. We haven't been focusing on it as much, and due to how busy we've been, just know that it will be coming in one of the future content updates. Like I said, if it needs to be, don't release it in alpha. If it needs to be, don't release it in alpha. But if it needs to be, release it in beta. Test it in alpha. Allow the alpha testers to, I don't know. Here's an idea. The people that have paid for the game, allow them to get a prompt up message as soon as they load in their base. Would you like to test mobile support? And then just add them onto a special list if they say yes. And then that will allow them access onto Woodmill Inc. on the phone, and then they can test the game and give feedback. Because you know they paid for the game, you know they're going to give feedback, and accurate feedback. They're not going to be your average Joe being like, "Oh my god, this game is broken, you should fix it." No, it's not going to be like that, because these people would have paid for the game. These people would know already, and they believe in the future of the game because they paid for the game. So, you're going to get accurate responses. You're going to get accurate feedback on what needs to be fixed. But that's down to the developers to decide. And this video has gone on tremendously long. It's going to take an absolute while to edit and a really long time to render. So if it's a lower quality than usual, I'm so sorry. It's going to have to be. But it needs to go up before I go to work. Otherwise, you guys are going to think I'm dead again. But yeah, anyway guys, if you did like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this from me on the channel, then make sure to turn your notification bells on. If you want to stay up to date with any video that I upload on the channel, then turn your notification bells on. I know I just said that twice. I keep doing that recently. Every video I do now, I've always said it twice. It's really weird. I need to get out of that habit. Right, if you did like this video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.